Well, good afternoon, and how do you do, fellow kids? I know. It's very last minute. I said I wasn't going to go live today. I need to turn the light on, bro. I know, it's very last minute. I said I wasn't going to go live today, but I ended up. I know I already finished all my coffee for the day, but I ended up getting shit changed. So just thought I'd come in and hang for a little secret stream. Yeah. Just a little last minute. Thank you so much. Today is my sobriety anniversary. That is correct. That is correct. That is correct. Um, yes, thank you. It is. Yes, thank you. So I figured like, okay, so what happened was my sister's flight got changed. So um yeah, so my sister's flight got changed. So it was originally going to be today that she was going to come, right? And so that was going to be the original. But then, do you guys like my nails? Do you guys like my nails? Where's Gabe? Where's Gabe? Gabe usually comes in here to, you know, cheer my style. I decided I was going to go for an orange vibe today, fam. Like, I really just kind of wanted to go for an orange vibe. I'm wearing orange lipstick, orange eyeshadow, my hot Cheetos, my hot Cheeto, what do you call it? Um, earrings. Which, by the way, did I tell you guys how crazy that was? The what happened with my hot Cheeto earrings? I think I did. Congratulations. Just wanted to pop in to say I'm a bit past my nap time. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Talking Eggy. Thanks. It was bright 9776. Love the fact that you're using the Eggy emojis. Yeah, it's you talking dragon. It's you, dragon. Oh, I get. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like my nails. Yeah. So anyway, my sister's flight, I decided I'll pop in and like hang for a little with you guys because my sister's flight changed, so she's not coming until tomorrow. She was supposed to come today. So I was like, I've been out all day, but then I was like, well, I've been out all day, just like hanging out, celebrating. But I was like, I want to come hang with my sobriety fam, not my sobriety fam, although you guys are also my sobriety fam. Hang with my what do you call it? My online community. That is the word I was looking for. I wanted to come hang out with my online community for a minute on my anniversary. Oh my gosh, I saw that Mallory McMorrow dropped out. How hilarious is that when you think of yes, smell the hair smell. There's your emoji hound. No, but it makes it even more hilarious. My blankets. Thank you, Brandon. Correct. Okay, it makes it even more hilarious when you think about the thing of her dancing at the what was it called? The oh my gosh, what was it called? The where she got the endorsement. You know what? I think I'm being all over the place because I haven't had any water. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for all the happy anniversaries. I appreciate that so much. Your nails are fine. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, my blankets. Yes. Bruh. She thought that meme would help her. I know, it was so embarrassing. Bro, it was so embarrassing. And like everybody rightfully made fun of her because it was so embarrassing. And like, what does that say about how shit the Democratic Party is, like at the state and the national level? What does it say about how shit they are that happens? Like that they would endorse her and then she would have to drop out not even that long later. Bruh. Bruh. Do you guys like my phone case? I matched my phone case today to my nails. I wanted it to have like the same vibe. Thanks, George. I appreciate that. All right, let me grab some let me grab some water because I feel like maybe that's the reason why I'm kind of all over the place. No, I know. No, it's really funny. But you know what's gonna happen, you guys, I bet, with Mallory McMorrow? I'm telling you, she, like a creep, she's going to endorse Haley Stevens. You know what's so embarrassing too? You guys have seen, right, that you guys have seen that they've been doing the like trying to do the Bernie Bro strategy on Abdul El Sayed. You guys notice that they're trying to do the Bernie Bro strategy? Would you guys take it and do something crazy to it?
Would you guys take it and do something crazy to
it? That's so funny. You can loop a track now.
What did you guys take it and do something crazy to it?
Okay, listen.
What gives?
Wait.
What gives?
Or not. It's not working. Okay, but that's pretty funny, though. That's pretty funny, though. That is pretty funny. So, no, what's gonna happen is she's gonna end up endorsing Haley Stevens. But you guys, they're literally doing the Bernie Bro strategy on Abdul El Sayed. Like actually and literally. Neera Tanden is writing the exact same kind of tweets that she would write about Bernie supporters. I put it on Twitter the other day. It was quite literally the same shit. Embarrassing, my screen froze. It took me a second to, I got to turn this on do not disturb because very annoyingly, if I, can you like edit how long it's on? Oh, I see. Very annoyingly, if I noticed that recently, if I get like a text message, it freezes StreamYard, which is so weird. Yeah, so what's really embarrassing about this is that they're quite literally doing the Bernie Bro strategy and with the same tweets. No, literally, Neera Tanden is doing the exact same tweets that she did 10 years ago. I actually like retweeted it because somebody had put it in my mentions, a tweet from Neera Tanden, which was amazing, from like 10 years ago, where she's like, so you're okay with sexism? And the women are running the same playbook, including that one racist, Shannon Watts, who blocked me because she's a coward. That one racist, Shannon Watts, blocked me. I'm sorry, why is my internet slow as fucking freezing? No, I know, literally though. Nirtan is a professional wrong person, quite literally. And literally professional wrong person. And she had the same tweet. Oh, are you okay with sexism? And you guys know that really embarrassing woman? What is her name? Shannon Watts. She blocked me, and she literally blocks anybody who criticizes her. Literally blocks anybody who criticizes her. It's so embarrassing. Okay. She's been doing the same shit. She's been doing the same shit. Oh my gosh, he's sexist. Oh my gosh, he's sexist. I'll just show you guys the tweet. And then on top of that, it's not even so low-key Islamophobic. Because they're doing this shit where they're like, he's Muslim and he speaks over women. Is that what you want? Like, it's giving low-key, not actually so low-key Islamophobia. It's really embarrassing. Oh my gosh, I want to watch the really embarrassing you know who else is a huge fucking loser? Sorry to get thrown. Is Matt Taibbi. What a fucking loser Matt Taibbi is, bro. Dana Nessel endorsed her. OMG. Okay, hold on. Let me get my water. That is so funny. All right. I know. He's so embarrassing. He's such a loser. Dana Nessel endorsed her, of course. Of course. You guys know that Dana Nessel's like a huge Islamophobe too, right? Oh, look, I got an orange cup to match my orange look. uh No, it's amazing. It's amazing. Wait, hold on. First of all, Dana Nessel is an Islamophobe who attacked all of the student protesters. Do you guys remember that? The Columbia protesters, the student protesters? Orange is the Freemasonic color? Bro, orange is associated with a lot of colors. Like, doesn't the like gun rights, or not gun rights, gun regulation movement, doesn't that use orange? Doesn't it? I think it does. Anyway, we have to I have to show you guys. This is so embarrassing. Wajahat Ali is totally right here when he says this to Neera Scamden. Dem establishment have lost the House, the Senate, and the White House. They failed for 10 years, which is true. And they also lost to Trump twice. The Democratic brain is the lowest it's been in 30 years, but listen to them and their strategy. This time, inshallah, this time it'll work. Literally. Oh, you know what? I'll save it as a draft for later. Okay. Where's the Mallory McMorrow? Also, I didn't get to talk about it yesterday because it was so fucking crazy that what do you mean there's nothing to see here yet? What are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean? Tell us about your rings. Oh, I've just had them forever. I think I got them both from when I worked at Beacon's Closet. I miss shopping. I haven't been able to go shopping in a long time, but yeah, I've had these for a while. This one's just a bow, and this one's turquoise. Turquoise is my favorite stone. No, but yesterday they were having an actual Islamophobic meltdown yesterday about Zohran Mamdani's America speech. Like Zohran Mamdani gave like a very presidential looking, I might add, speech. It looked very presidential. And he gave a speech for 4th of July. The right wing was losing their shit, literally losing their shit. And most of their criticisms, most of their losing it was literally like, he's Muslim. Most of it was that. Yeah, no, it was really good. He gave a very, very good 4th of July speech. It was very inspiring. He looked very presidential. But what I found funny about it was that all of the people that were angry about it had nothing to say about his actual speech, like the substance of his actual speech. It was quite literally all just basically he's Muslim. Like, that's basically what it is. Well, why is he giving this speech? He's a Muslim. He's a Muslim. Also, what do they mean there's nothing to see here yet? What do you mean? What is going on, Twitter? Seriously? The fuck? What? Record Heat cancels the DC parade. Oh, yeah, that was kind of funny. Why is it so outdated, though? Like, today's news is showing up, like, from 3 days ago. Like, I don't need to see a story from 3 days ago, boo. Is it my internet? Israel is our greatest ally. Shut the fuck up, Jigsaw. Shut the fuck up, Jigsaw. Yeah, for real, though. Glenn Greenwald is right here. Operation Stop El Said by the Democratic Party establishment. Basically. Because you know what's going to happen now? They're going to do the strategy of the coalescing strategy. Oh, we've got to support Haley Stevens. We got to support Haley Stevens. They're going to do that coalescing strategy to try to stop him. That's why she's dropping out. Can somebody ask someone who's not blocked by Neera Tanden who her donors are to Cap? No, she's literally always wrong. Like, why the fuck? No, but genuinely, though, why the fuck is Neera Tanden still talking? Why the fuck is Neera Tanden still talking? You're literally professionally wrong. Literally never right. That was crazy. The white supremacist photo, like, surrounding the one black woman on the train, that was fucking crazy. And you know what's crazy? The racist MAGA people like Mike Lee, were pretending that it was that Patriot Front was what do you call it? That it was like a Fed operation of leftists, that it was Antifa. That's what he was saying. The Patriot Front's actually Antifa in disguise. It's like, why aren't you guys proud? Why aren't you guys proud? You guys are literally open white supremacists at this point, open racists. So why aren't you just embracing the fact that you're Patriot Front? Why are you pretending like it's some Antifa plan? So embarrassing. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Yvette. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Johnny. Happy Sunday and congratulations on 12 years. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat and thank you for the congratulations. I have 3 years myself. Thank you, LA Fields. Congratulations to you too. Yeah, I just think it's funny. Thank you guys. I think it's funny that the right wing 1 minute will be like openly racist and openly white supremacist and be like, we've got to take back the fatherland. We've got to get back to the founding stock of the country. Oh my gosh, there's white genocide happening and like all this other hysterical racist nonsense. But then when like Patriot Front, who are a racist, white nationalist, white supremacist group, go in march, like cowards, of course, they're covering their faces. All of a sudden it's yeah, we got to take our country back. From who? From who? This is a white country, like all this hysterical racism. But then when Patriot Front marches on the Capitol, they go, oh, that's not really us. That's Antifa. No, that's not us. That's Antifa. That's why we have to wear masks. They're wearing masks because it's Antifa. It's like, wait, I thought you guys were proud. What happened? I thought you guys were proud, out and proud. Why are you hiding? It's giving coward. It's giving trying to be a badass, but then you're actually a coward. Why are you, if you're so proud of who you are and you're so proud of quote unquote wanting to quote unquote take your country back, why are you wearing a mask? This is the hack that I was talking about that blocked me. Hey, Johan, thank you. Thank you, Johan. I appreciate it. This is the hack. Shannon Watts, who blocked me, who they're literally running the Bernie Bro playbook. Same shit. Literally. Like it's the same bit. But like actually and literally, I need to find the tweet that does like the before and after. Like how it started, how it's going. Okay. Hey, Saito, thank you so much for the super chat. Happy anniversary, fashion icon. I love those earrings and colorfulness. Thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you for the anniversary wishes. Yes. I had my nails done and by had my nails done, I did them myself. But I had this vibe. This was the vibe I wanted to go with. Okay. And yeah, I got my hot Cheeto earrings on and my orange. I just wanted an orange vibe today. It was just the makeup I was in the mood for. But literally though, Johnny, you're right. And also like yesterday, did you guys see the like event. It was so pathetic. It was so pathetic. It was like actually so embarrassing. The 250 like whatever was actually so embarrassing. New NYX orange. Oh, it kind of is, I guess. What's cute is that there actually is a little orange on it. See? Yeah, this was the vibe. This was the vibe. I wish I had $250. Yeah, you and me both, bruh. Okay, so this hack, Shannon Watts, I endorse and have supported Mallory McMarr, a friend who I admire deeply. But as she exits the Senate in the race, I'm all in for Haley for Michigan. Of course. Of course. This woman's like an open racist and Islamophobe. Also, I had the Covenant Shannon Watts endorsement. If she was a single issue anti-streamer voter, I would respect it, but she works with Destiny. No, that's true, though. That's true. I'll never support a candidate who proudly works with Hassan Piker. Never. It's like, first of all, Neera Tanden needs to shut up. Look at her. Can't stop, won't stop tweeting. She's on a nonstop tweet stream. Thank you so much for the super chat, Comrade Cranky. That was huge. Veterans for Peace March in Philadelphia yesterday with thousands of people. I saw that. Thank you so much, Comrade Cranky, for the super chat. I saw that because one of my friends was there. Are you familiar with Greg Stoker? He's a comrade. He's a friend of mine, and he was at that Veterans March. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I didn't get to see as much of it, though. Yesterday, I didn't get to see as much. But I love how she's like, I'll never endorse anybody that campaigns with Hassan Piker. Bro, this bitch was like reposting Destiny. I should have picked a different word. I should have said this clown. Because I accidentally mixed them up. I was going to call Destiny a bitch, but then I accidentally called her a bitch. And I don't really like calling women bitches. Should have called her a clown. I like calling men bitches. But this clown was working with and reposting Destiny. She was retweeting Destiny. So what do you mean? Oh, I'll never endorse somebody who campaigns with Hassan Piker. Weren't you reposting Destiny? So basically what she's saying is it's not actually about sexism, because her claim was that it was about sexism. It's not actually about sexism. It's that you're Islamophobic. It's that you're Islamophobic. That's actually what it's about. So, because again, if it was actually about misogyny, if it was actually about sexism, you would not be working with Destiny. Did you? You would not be working with Destiny.
Did you?
Why is it so low, bro?
Did you?
There we go. Why is it so low? What gives?
What gives?
So, yes. Amazing, incredible things happening. Um, total fucking hack. Total fucking hack. Thank you for the super chat, Marish. I miss you guys too. Well, and I will miss you because now this really will actually be my last stream for the next like week and a half. I thought it was going to be my last stream on Thursday because I thought I was leaving today. And then my sister's flight changed, so she's not coming until tomorrow. So then I ended up being able to stream today, but then I will be gone all of next week. So I'll be gone on Thursday, I'll be gone on Sunday. So this is actually my last stream, but I wanted to do it today because, well, for two reasons. Number one, because my sister did change her plan, so she's not coming until tomorrow. But then also it's my anniversary, and I was out all day for my anniversary, but I wanted to like come and like chill with you guys for a little bit on my anniversary. Hey Henry, love the soundboard. I know, me too. I'm going to visit my sisters. Yes. No, I'm going to visit my sisters. Whew. At 12 years, do you go to meetings and work a program? Yes, but it has evolved over time. First, there was a long period of time where I wasn't going to meetings, especially that kind of started after COVID. And during COVID, I didn't go to meetings. And then after COVID, I got in the habit of not going to meetings. And then, which like I actually don't recommend. But it has changed over time in that now I'm going to a different fellowship for the most part. So like I'm still in the rooms, but I'm focusing more on like deeper work through like ACA. Because I honestly think I still go to meetings, but not nearly as frequently. There was a time where I would go to meetings every day. But over time it changes, you know? Like also it ebbs and flows. There are going to be times in your recovery where you don't work on yourself. You're not really working a great program. You might be not going to meetings. You might be not reaching out, whatever. And then there might be times where it ebbs and flows and it changes, you know, where it's like you need to go deeper in your work. And so then like you're working on other programs or you go into other fellowships, you go into other rooms to like focus on other issues because you know, you come in a certain room, but then it's like as you get sober longer, you start to realize that you have other issues that you need to deal with. Like I know people that like they started out in NA or AA, but then they went into DA or they went into Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous or they went to ACA, which again, ACA is kind of like an all-encompassing. Anybody I think can benefit from it, even if you're not like sober. If you're not like, you know, an addict, I should say. So, you know, like I said, it ebbs and flows and it changes. And then there's also like therapy, but like the reason why for me getting sober was so important is because I couldn't have done any of that without that foundation. I needed that foundation. Love from my Nigeria. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. Thank you so much for the kind words. I love when people like write in from like places that are across the world. I think that's cool. Yeah, and for me it's like I had to get sober, you know, in order to even be able to work on other parts of myself and other parts of my life, you know. Um I love that Ben Gavir canceled his trip to New York because he was afraid he might get arrested. That's so funny. Oh man, that's so funny. Yes, that's the vibe. That's the vibe. They should be afraid to come here, honestly. Hey, Venom. They should be afraid to come here. That's what's amazing, is that, like, he did cancel it, and I guess they didn't completely confirm, but they said that it was probable that he canceled it because of the threat of being arrested should he come to New York. And it's like, good, you bitches should be afraid. You shouldn't be able to step foot in this fucking city, bro. Absolutely the fuck not. And I wouldn't have even been able to protest it because I'll be out of town if he had come, but thankfully he canceled it. Yeah, I saw that on the news. Okay, but back to Neera Tanden. I love how this loser, she did shut the fuck up for a while. She did shut the fuck up for a while, but now she's back. Now she's back with a vengeance. Can't stop, won't stop. I worked for 3 Dem presidents and helped their campaigns where they won swing states. Bro, you haven't won in a very, very, very long time, okay? Georgia and Ohio. What was the last time? I mean, this is how outdated she is. When was the last time a Democrat nationally won Ohio? Be serious. Be serious. Be serious. I was looking for the tweet that Neera Tanden had. That was like so embarrassing. And like literally was just like an example of how she's running the same playbook, and she's doing it with that one hack that I just was showing you guys the tweet of, Shannon Watts. Here it is. Bro, no. She's literally doing it with Shannon Watts. It's the same shit. But literally 10 years later. Literally 10 years later. Okay, so Adam Green, who I think was the head of the some progressive PAC, I think. Anyway, Gen X girl wrote, sexism is in the room with her wherever she goes, which is funny. She wrote, really surprised you're dismissing obvious sexism. And you know what the obvious sexism was? He called Haley Stevens an empty suit. Which she is. Which she absolutely is. Okay, so that was from the other day, as you can see, 7/2/2026. This is literally her 10 years ago. Somebody, shout out to Metal Bender, because Metal Bender put this screenshot on one of my tweets when I was making fun of her. So shout out to them for the reminder. She wrote this 10 years ago. Look at the date, over 10 years ago. Look at the date. March 6th, 2016. I'm not sure when people criticize your candidate of being patronizing to a woman candidate, a good answer is this is just who Bernie is. Quite literally the same shit 10 years later. Same playbook. Same playbook. The only difference is, like, now she's just roped in Shannon Watts and all of these other clowns to like work on her with it. Yeah, somebody wrote, it's been almost 20 years since this shit. Hey, Obama boys, back off already. Young women are growing increasingly frustrated with the fanatical support of Barack Obama, gleefully bashing support of Barack and gleeful bashing of Hillary. It's literally the same playbook, guys. Like, actually the same playbook. Like, actually the same playbook. We're going to have to go through this again. And there really was a while there where she shut up. Like, where we weren't really hearing from her. But now she's back in full swing with her playbook, with her everything I don't like is sexism playbook. Oh, this idiot blocked me because I wrote, they're really trying to run this playbook again. Abdul El Sayed didn't attack Haley Stevens on policy. Her votes are a record. He attacked a sitting congresswoman by insulting her intelligence and her basic incompetence, calling her an empty suit. So I had written on this, reposted this and wrote, they really are trying to run this play again. And she blocked me. She blocked me. Yeah, they don't like being called out for this. It's literally the same op, bro. Oh, man. It's like literally the same playbook that they're running. Hey, Obama boys, back off. It's just incredible that this is her play from 10 years ago and they're doing the same fucking thing 10 years later. But like actually 10 years later. Only this time with Abdul El Sayed, they're running the added Islamophobia angle. Although they did actually try that with Barack Obama in 2008 because of his name. A lot of people forget this, but it was actually the Hillary Clinton campaign that ran the photos of him when he was living in, was it Indonesia? Where was Obama living? He moved to like an Indian country for a little bit. Yeah, and it was him wearing a turban. Yeah, Brandon. And it was Hillary Clinton's campaign that was running ads and like leaking that into the press, being like, looks like he might be Muslim. So it was literally like the same like Islamophobic campaign. Was it Malaysia? Okay, sorry, Malaysia. I thought it was Indonesia. At some point, Obama, when he was a teenager, was living in some Indian country. Although Malaysia's not in India, it's in Asia. But yes, because the reason why was because his mom got remarried. So like they moved to some other country because his mom had like remarried some Indian businessman or something. Right. So they were trying to run this like incredibly racist play against him in this Islamophobic play by being like, maybe he's Muslim. I don't know, guys. Maybe he's Muslim. Like that was what they were trying to do. They were trying to run this like super racist / Islamophobic thing. And now Neera Tanden is back to run the same Islamophobic campaign against Abdul El Sayed. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to do low-key Islamophobia, not even actually that low-key Islamophobia, by being like, Abdul El Sayed, does he really always talk like this to women? He is a Muslim man. And Hassan Piker comes from a Muslim family, and like they're talking about women like this, calling her an empty suit. Like that's what they're trying to do. Like very not even so subtle Islamophobia, which by the way, of course he called her an empty suit because she fucking is, bro. She is an empty suit. She gets her talking points from AIPAC. She literally copied his commercial, you guys. He had like an ad that he ran about this bridge in Michigan, and she copied it. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat, Zora. Thank you so much for the incredibly generous super chat. Yes, today's my anniversary. Thank you. Blakely, thank you so much for the amazing videos that always pick me up out of the gutters. That's so sweet. I feel like you're narrating my inner dialogue, which is wild of my ego to keep that. No, that's really funny. I think that's so sweet. Consider this my licensing fee. Congrats on the 12 years. That's really funny and really, really sweet. I appreciate that a lot. First of all, thank you so much, Zora, for the incredibly generous super chat. I appreciate it so much. You're always so generous, and I appreciate it a lot. But also, thank you for the kind words, like wishing me a happy anniversary, and also always saying such nice things. Because that honestly like helps me a lot too, to like hear that. Because there are some days, bro, there are some days where people are not like, where I'm dealing with a lot of hate. It always actually is the worst, though, if I'm dealing with a lot of hate from my own community, which happened to me yesterday. It happened to me yesterday because for whatever reason, I don't know why people didn't know this about me, but some people did not know this about me, that like I'm not, this is like a side note, this is a side rant, but like I am not against a blanket against the use of AI. But apparently people in my Instagram community did not know that. So I posted an AI assisted graph yesterday. Like it wasn't completely an AI generated. I also worked on it myself. Like I came up with like all the words and I wrote it out and I used some of my own photos, but I used AI to assist it. And boy, was my community on Instagram mad. They were so mad. Like a lot of people were really mad. To the point where it's so interesting how different you get different reactions from different communities. It was specifically Instagram that people were so angry. And I guess they didn't know that. A lot of people that followed me on Instagram did not know that I'm not against AI. I think they assumed I was. Like there were some people that were writing like, I'm so disappointed in you. I can't believe this. I didn't know that you used AI. Like, I can't believe that. Like one person wrote like, I agree with that, Dawn, that it should be a utility and an assistant. But yeah, I got a lot of hate. Like some people were being more reasonable, like trying to explain to me like why they didn't like it. But there were a lot of people that were getting very personal, very personal. Like a lot of people that were like, ew, fuck you. One person wrote, I can't believe I ever followed you. Fuck you. Another person wrote, wow. Wow. You trying to get people killed? Which I guess I understand to some degree, but also always annoys me when like random regular people get held responsible for things that capitalism does. Like actually no, capitalism doing what it's doing to us is not me trying to get someone killed because I used AI. Like anyway, I wish she runs, but she doesn't want the job. You're 12 years sober and I'm drinking for the third day in a row. I mean, if you're not an alcoholic, that's not really a big deal. It's not bad if somebody drinks multiple days in a row if they're not an alcoholic, but I am. So, like, if I were drinking 3 days in a row, that would be really bad. Anyway, I got off on my tangent. I got off on my tangent. The point was to say that I appreciated Zora's kind words because there are some days where I get a ton of hate, and I'm more used to it now than I. Over time, you get more and more used to it. The more and more you create content, the more and more you're visible. The more and more you get used to the hate. But I think that it's always, I guess, a little jarring when you're not expecting it. And I guess I didn't expect to get as much hate as I got yesterday because I just assumed that people knew. And I guess people didn't know. And I have to remember that like there are a lot of people that follow me like that they don't know everything about me, you know? Or that assume things about me based on like the fact that overall like I'm on the left, you know? So I think that people just like assume things about me like that overall, because I'm on the left, they just assume that like I'm completely against AI, you know, and I'm not. Am I willing to be persuaded to be? Sure. I'm willing to be persuaded by anything. Well, almost anything. Anything. Well, almost anything. Not everything. However, at this point, and like I always say, I'm open to having my mind change. I'm open and willing to having my mind change, right? Always open to learn, always open to have my mind change and learn new things. But at this very present moment is where I sit right now. I am not against it. I'm against some of the ways it's being used. I'm against some of the ways that it's only benefiting certain people. I think it should be a public utility. I don't think that these tech oligarchs should be using it to put people out of jobs and only profiting themselves and privatizing it. But as a concept, just like using it generally, no, I'm not. But yeah, some people were very mad about that. The problem was too, though, is that what sucked is that it deleted everything. And there were some things that I thought I wanted to keep because it was like a good conversation. And what I mean by that is, this I'm not familiar with. I agree with that, Dawn. I'm wondering though, what is the point? Can AI still exist and be used without the data centers? Like, what is the point of the data centers? I don't even know. Well, I think you deserve the praise in doing so much work that takes so much courage and strength and empathy. That's really sweet. And the universe, that it makes a very big difference in my day-to-day. That's really sweet, Zora. That means a lot to me. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. No, I know it uses a lot of water. But this is the thing, and I'm not trying to whataboutism it, but like the thing that gets also is that I get that I'm just like, wait, so you're against it because it uses a lot of water. So does factory farming. And again, I know that's kind of a low-key whataboutism, and I'm not trying to be whataboutism, but like, do you know how much more water factory farms use in beef alone? So is that, if that's the only reason why we're against AI, like, I don't understand. I'm not even sure what the data centers are for. But in any event, what ended up happening was actually the only reason why I deleted the post was because of the fact that it really took away from the message that I was trying to get across yesterday. So I deleted it off of Instagram because the point of the post was to bring awareness to the NDAA and the fact that they're trying to fuse our military with the Israeli regime's military. That was the point of it, was Provision 219. So that was the point of it. Totally insane, like insane provision that they're putting in. So obviously the message wasn't getting across, and that's the reason why I deleted it. However, people were mad that I didn't delete it faster. And the reason why I didn't delete it faster was because I kept going back and forth as to whether or not I wanted to. I kept going back and forth as to whether or not I even wanted to delete it. I was like, do I want to delete it? Because I'm not sure if I want to delete it, because if I delete it, then people are going to think that I'm saying I agree with their to not use AI, and I'm not agreeing to that. So I don't want people to get it twisted. I don't want people to think that. On the other hand, it's not getting the point across that I wanted it to get across. So I should delete it for that reason. But I don't want to delete it for the reasons of people thinking that, okay, I'm agreeing that I think AI is always bad, because I don't. And then also what I didn't intend, though, which really sucked, was I did a bunch of follow-up videos yesterday that had like discussions about AI and like people's views on it and like book recommendations and podcasts. And when I deleted the post that people were like, yeah, you should delete about Israel and the NDAA, it deleted all of the follow-ups. I've never seen that happen before on Instagram, but it did, which was crazy to me. Like, I've never seen that happen, where it deleted all of the follow-ups that I had made that I wanted to keep. I wanted to keep all of the follow-up videos that I had made so that I could lead the discussion, because there was a lot of good recommendations that people put on. There was a lot of good, like, recommendations for podcasts and like things, arguments that people were making that I thought were really interesting. Which is also another thing that I hate about social media sometimes, and that's one of the posts it deleted inadvertently that I wish that it hadn't, and I don't know why it did. Like I said, that's never happened to me before, where I deleted one post and it deleted all the subsequent posts that had a comment attached to it, which I thought was so weird. Like, that's never happened. But anyway, when it did that, one of the things that annoyed me, and I can't stand that this always happens on social media, where people always act so dramatic on social media of things being black and white. Like somebody posted on like a comment just because well, it's good to see you, Logan. Thanks for coming by. Just because I posted a comment where I was like asking questions like, why is it that you're against this? Like, why is it that you're against AI? Is it because of this? Is it because of that? Just like trying to understand people's perspectives. Somebody commented, why do you keep fighting with your community? Why are you intent on fighting with your community? I was like, I'm not fighting with them though. Like, that's what's so annoying to me about social media sometimes, that it's like, why are you saying it's fighting? Because I'm having a conversation. Like, I'm engaging with my audience. I'm engaging with my community. That's not fighting. Engaging with your community, talking to them, having a conversation with them, that's not fighting. It's just so weird. It's so weird. And then this other really annoying guy who actually, I can't believe I didn't already block. He follows me on Instagram and he always writes the most rageful shit on my posts. And I never block him. I always let him write his stupid ass comments. Then he wrote, Blakely gets mad unless somebody's kissing their ass. Excuse me? I let your dumbass write your dumbass comments on my posts all the time and I didn't block you. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? If I only would allow people to comment on my posts if they kiss my ass, I would have blocked this asshole months ago. But I didn't. I let him write his dumbass shit all the time. What do you mean? Anyway, it was just annoying. It was just annoying. It was very annoying. People are so annoying on social media sometimes. And you can't even have a constructive dialogue, bro. No, you can't even have a constructive dialogue because, like I said, I'm literally trying to have a constructive dialogue with my audience yesterday on Instagram, and people were like, why are you starting a fight? I wasn't starting a fight. Like, I was just having a conversation. Why is that starting a fight? Like, I was quite literally just having a conversation with my community. That's not starting a fight. I think that, again, it also, another thing that I think that another thing that also I found annoying about it was that which I guess like I said, I wanted to leave up because I thought that some of the comments were constructive and I thought that some of it was helpful. I think that one of the other annoying parts of it was that people expect you to have one of two reactions: groveling or just like tripling down. I think that's why people expect for you to just either have like a groveling approach, like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I'll be against it, or they expect you to just double down and say fuck you, which I wasn't doing either. Like, I wasn't groveling, but I also wasn't having like a double down fuck you approach. I was trying to understand. I think people feel uncomfortable existing in that space. I think people feel uncomfortable existing in the space of uncertainty. Or discomfort. Yeah, I don't know. I think it depends. That's just where I'm at right now. Like I said, I can be persuaded, but I also think that the people that keep bringing up that like it's bad for carbon emissions and climate change, you need to be a vegan then too. Like you should be a vegan then too. Because we all know, I guess it just comes down to like what's socially acceptable, because like we all know, or you should know, that like there are little things that are worse for carbon emissions and the environment than factory farming, particularly farming beef and factory farming of beef. Ooh, I should get a snack. I want to try this popcorn. I keep meaning to. Oh, eggy. I got it from Trader Joe's. It's tangy, salty, smoky, and spicy seasoned popcorn. You look Gracie, then go away. Then go away. Right, it's shiny. It's because I'm wearing sunscreen. Interesting. That's interesting. I feel the same way about meat. I don't have like an ideological, view against eating meat, but like, why can't we do it better? Why is it so disgusting the way that we do it? The popcorn's actually pretty good. It is like tangy, spicy. It's a little bit of everything. All right, here's Mallory McSorrow saying she doesn't support Medicare for all.
Far as you possibly can.
A public option is an improvement, of course, on the private marketplace and the Affordable Care Act, but that would still involve premiums and deductibles. Why not go all the way to Medicare for all?
Yeah, I hear you on the vision.
I hear you.
I 100%
I
do. And what I know after almost a decade as experience in a legislature.
I love how Democrats love to tell you all the things they can't do. We can't do this. We can't do that. We can't do this. We can't do that. But I also love that they love to do things like, let's have that conversation. Like they love the vague shit. I like your vision. I like the vision. I like the vision. I like that energy. I like where you're going with that. We should have that conversation. They love that shit.
later, is that you need to push as far as you possibly can while building the coalition of votes to actually get it across the line. And
notice they never say that about things corporations want. Notice that? When it comes to something a corporation wants, they're never like, man, guys, we really got to build support for that. And then maybe eventually we can get it over the finish line. You know? Joe. Mallory McConnell dipped. Oh, man.
the support for a true single payer system isn't there yet.
I think that when we're talking about
Actually,
how
it
to
is.
keep a coalition together,
Wait, let's read this.
Donnie said set it to 78 degrees because it's 97 degrees in New York City. Mom Donnie has now become people's personality. So half of the people go, it's good, it's shared sacrifice. And then the other people are like also insane, going like, this is communism. The American answer is just you don't do it. You don't set it to 78. You lie and tell people you did. That's the American solution. You're supposed to make a post where you go, I think it's a little ridiculous that people can't set it to 78. You know, there's hospitals in this city and we need the energy. They need to conserve energy for people that really need it. And then you turn your thermostat down as low as it can go to the point where you're cold in your own house. I'm cold in my own house. I'm wearing a hoodie. If Mamdani said NYU Langone just went down and all the babies in the incubators are dying, you know what I would do? I'd sit on my couch with a hot chocolate in a hoodie with the thermostat as low as it can go. Happy 4th of July. Those babies better figure it out.
This guy is so embarrassing. This John Podhoretz guy. This John Podhoretz guy was the guy that said that Americans should be happy to go and fight a war in Iran.
You leave us alone.
Right.
Leave us the hell alone. I think it's amazing to be alive now. It's just nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And there is this, as I say, this kind of sidelight question of why are you doing this to my people?
Right.
We never did anything to you except give you the movies, Irving Berlin, you know, like we did all this good stuff. You know, we wrote God Bless America and we did with the American musical and, you know, Mel Brooks turned 100 this week. And like, that's, what did we do to you? Leave us alone.
Right.
Leave us the hell alone and leave our little country alone over there. Like they sat there, they had no money. Now they're the 20.
That's what he actually means. Leave our little country alone is what he actually really means.
22nd richest country on earth. They're giving everybody ways and, you know, cable set-top boxes that I don't know whatever the hell else they're doing.
Ways.
Just
John.
let us be.
All right, gentlemen, we will leave it there. I didn't expect, my upbeat note was not that the Jews gave you ways, but
Waze is the greatest thing ever.
I know, but John, the Waze. Do you know when Waze was sold to Google? Do you know?
Yeah, like 2000.
Dan, are you saying, like, what have you done for me lately to the Jews?
Yeah, I mean, we've got better, more recent examples than Waze. I love Waze. I'm just saying, it's like, it's unbelievable.
Whatever. I'm just saying. Okay.
All right.
Their conflation is just so insane. Constant conflation, constant. Us with that little country over there. It's like, why? You get mad. They say they get mad when people conflate it, and then they conflate it. It's so crazy. Oh, what? I have an idea. How about you stop conflating it? The actual meltdown though of the right wing yesterday over Mamdani was so crazy. That was so crazy. I got a rose latte today. It was so good. Checking in on this. All the way to the exit. Amazing. Oh, okay. Okay. You know what my hot take is? That's not really a hot take in my opinion. Is that 5.5-ounce bags of chips are single serving. Okay. Because I closed this so that I could save some for my husband, but I could have just sat here and finished this whole thing. So get out of here with serve 6 or whatever the fuck. Like, what's wrong with finishing the whole thing? Nothing. I'm just saying that I got to save some for my husband. But also, I hate how they'll do this serves multiple servings and the single bags are like 2 seconds of food. Mallory McMorrow, what a fucking loser. And you know that this hack is just going to endorse you know that she's just going to endorse Haley Stevens. Oh yeah, this video is amazing. You're gonna make No, you're not. I'm telling you,
I'm from Israel. So if you don't let me go right now, I'm going to bring it down.
Watch this entitled woman get owned for.
I'm gonna bring it down. I love it so much. The entitlement, but literally though, the entitlement of the Israelis is next level. Is next level, bro. Hold on. But also, why is she threatening us? Isn't it weird how much, like, even though they love to do we're the greatest ally, we're America's greatest ally, you notice that they have a lot of, like, contempt for Americans? It's quite something. Hold on. This is really random and probably my ADHD. But do you guys remember Android used to have that little sound that when somebody could text you, it would make this little da 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 da. That was like the noise that it made. I know that's really random. I don't know why that just popped in my head, but it did. Did you? No, but the entitlement though, it's the entitlement, but it's also the contempt. I'm from Israel, and like, if you don't let me go, I'm gonna drop the hammer. And you know what? She probably feels that way because we do always let them go. How many times have you seen a story where somebody that was from Israel got caught doing some fuck shit and then they got to go back without charge?
Driving on the wrong side of the road and ignoring the officer's orders.
Yeah, you're going the wrong way. You cannot go this way.
Ma'am, you can't go this way.
No, you're not. You're gonna make. No, you're
Ma'am, you
not.
have to back up.
I'm
Please,
telling
ma'am.
you, you're not. You're nose on with somebody right now. Please turn around and go this way. Ma'am, there are children on the roadway. Please make a U-turn and go this way. Please reverse and go this way, please.
Thank you, ma'am.
Please.
Step out of the car, please. Step out of the car, please.
Get out of the car.
I can't believe it. You're arresting me for what? For what? You just told him. Oh my Jesus.
Put my arms back here. You. By the way, I'm sorry. But you need to lose your license. I'm from Israel. So if you don't let me go right now, I'm gonna bring it down.
Watch this entitled woman get owned for driving on the
It
wrong.
was longer though. I want to see what she said after that and what his reaction was, because that's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. If you don't let me go right now, then I'm gonna bring it down. What do you mean? Also, isn't threatening an officer against the law? Isn't that against the law? How insane is that, bro? Does anybody know if there's a longer clip? That was too short. That was too short. I need to know. I'm missing the rest of it. I need to know what happened after she said that to him. I need to know what happened after she said that to him. Wait, first of all, what is this lady's name? Does anybody know? Is this in Florida? Wait. Israeli. Ezra. Israeli woman arrested after driving the wrong way. Because it is against the law to threaten an officer. Bro. I'm from Israel. Yeah, I wish that I wish that it said where it was. Well, what I mean is like what her name is, because it looks like to me, I could be wrong, but from the video, it looks like Florida. Imagine trying to get away with that somewhere else. Huh. Interesting. I wish that I knew who it was. I guess her identity isn't known from what I'm looking up. They don't know her identity. That's lame. Does any I just wanted to see what the guy said after she threatened them. Looks to me. Yeah. When is the World Cup over? Does anyone know? No wonder. July 19th? July 19th hasn't happened yet. I just want to know what happened afterwards. Oh, July 19th. Sorry, that just registered. That just registered, Spiel. Yes, when you said July 19th, that's when the World Cup ends. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, that just registered. Just stunning levels of entitlement. Like, when do people think that, like, all of a sudden they can get away with just threatening a cop? Yeah, I tried to look through some of the comments to see if anybody knew who she was, but it doesn't look like it. I like how I like how sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Thank you. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Oh. I just hate when I lose my train of thought like that, bro. It's so annoying. Yeah, because I was going to show you guys something and then I totally forgot what it even was. Oh, yeah, this video was funny.
Him astonished, growing, and basically any politician who positions themselves as an opponent of U.S. financing and U.S. support for Israel is part of this anti-Semitic wave. And I am astonished that you can be an American Jew who's lived in the United States your whole life, born into a billionaire inheritance.
For real.
Had every single thing handed to you, including your congressional seat.
Goldman, by the way.
You lose not to a Muslim, not to an anti-Zionist, but to a Jewish Zionist. And then you immediately start depicting yourself as the victim of anti-Semitism. And actually, even worse, claiming that the only group of people that you're allowed to disparage are Jews. Anyone else, you can't disparage trans people, can't disparage Muslims, can't disparage black people, can't disparage immigrants. So somehow that is guaranteed destruction and punishment. But if you disparage Jews, that's perfect.
Which is ridiculous and not true at all because they do it to Muslims literally constantly. They do it to Muslims literally constantly. Just if you don't believe me, go to the video of Zohran Mamdani yesterday giving his speech on 4th of July and look at the reposts. Look at the reposts and look at the comments. And every other comment is a deranged Islamophobic right-winger being Islamophobic.
Fine. I don't know what.
And transphobic. They're transphobic too, and they get away with it. So I don't know what the fuck Dan Goldman was crying about. Which, by the way, I talked about the Dan Goldman interview for like straight almost the entire live last week. So if you're wondering what we're talking about and you want to watch that interview, my last live goes over it.
Reality he's living in. But I have never seen more examples of people being mass fired for their political opinions.
Literally.
Or blacklisted. Or new speech codes imposed. Or the shutting of TikTok in the name of combating anti-Semitism, which is really shielding Israel. Then I have.
Exactly. The combating anti-Semitism is really just an excuse to shield Israel. And also, when right-wingers like to go, oh, we finally have free speech again, thanks to Trump. If Democrats win, we're not going to have free speech anymore. It's like, are you new? Are you here? Have any of you not been paying attention to ever since Trump got back into office and they've been censoring people left and fucking right? Censoring people left and fucking right. Like, what do you mean? Literally arresting people for criticizing Israel.
In the last 2 years, I've never seen recriminations this intense. And even before October 7th,
Yeah, remember how they just literally arrested Rumeysa Ozturk for writing a fucking op-ed? The ICE Gestapo arrested her.
Surest way to get fired from a university, the surest way to get fired from your job in media was to criticize Israel. I've been writing about this forever. There's so many examples of, I mean, Norman Finkelstein is the best one. He was approved by the Academic Commission at DePaul University for tenure. Alan Dershowitz went on a jihad against him, claiming he was anti-Semitic, and they withdrew their tenure support.
Mm-hmm.
And he never really worked again in academia. And I can cite, off the top of my head, 30 similar examples from media, from politics. What he said is the exact opposite. People constantly disparage other groups. People disparage Black people. People disparage Muslims. People disparage immigrants. People disparage trans people or gay people. All the time that happens. And I'm not saying they're never punished for it. Sometimes there is recrimination or social consequence. But if I were a gambling person and I wanted to bet on where I'd most likely be fired based on who I disparage, I would absolutely bet my money, first and foremost, on my likelihood of being punished if I disparage Jews. There's too many examples of that. But they've inverted this, where they're somehow extremely powerful. Israel is one of the most powerful countries in the world because we pay for their military and they're technologically advanced and they bully everyone around them. And yet somehow at the same time, they're victims. Not only victims, the victims, sitting at the top of the victimhood ladder.
Wait. Hold on, you guys. Oh, hey. You know, I really hate when my husband doesn't tell me that somebody's coming, because you guys know that, like, I have so many haters, and like people like come to my apartment and harass me, and like they put like a bunch of like fucking Israel stickers on my apartment. Like, so I really don't like when my husband doesn't tell me that somebody's coming. But that was for him, and I'm just like, bro, tell me. Like, uh yeah. He's right about that too, where it's like somehow bragging about being the most powerful and being the best, but also always a victim. Always a victim. The victim. I'm the queen of victims. Oh, how do I get this back? Wait. You know when like you accidentally pull a tab out and you didn't mean to? And you're trying to put it back? No. No, give it back. On Chrome. I don't even know why I still use Chrome. Probably just out of habit, but like it kind of sucks. Sorry, I'm trying to press play and it's like not letting me put my tab back on the same tab. All right, I'll just copy it. Okay, hold on a sec. Yeah, I know. I need a new browser.
Now, I think some of this going on at CNN is preparation for Larry Ellison's takeover and his boys, David Ellison's takeover of Warner Brothers and Discovery, and then CNN, and the probable arrival shortly of Barry Weiss to run CNN like she's doing CBS as a Israeli propaganda channel. Already, most CNN personalities are very set without changing much. Jake Tapper, Dana Bash, two Jewish lifelong Zionists, Wolf Blitzer, another. But I mean, even look at other people who aren't there, who aren't Jewish there. Van Jones, Scott Jennings. I mean, the list really goes on and on. These are basically the whole CNN lineup is extremely pro-Israel with very few exceptions.
True.
But they're obviously trying to fortify that in preparation of the Ellison's takeover. And that further proves the point that we're in a moment where Israel loyalists are buying up major media outlets, Hollywood studios, social media platforms like TikTok, which Larry Ellison also controls as part of a consortium of other pro-Israel Silicon Valley billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time,
Bro, I don't know what's going on here. Can you guys see me? Yeah, my tabs are getting fucked up. Where was it? Oh, come on. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but can you see me? Okay, good. But it like took my tab away because I was trying to like put in the video into the same tab and it wasn't moving. Here it is.
Astonished. Combating anti-Semitism. People disparage Black people. People disparage in the last 2 years. They bet my money, first and foremost, on my late boys, David Ellison's takeover of Warner Brothers and Discovery, and then CNN, and the probable arrival shortly of Barry Weiss to run CNN like she's doing CBS as a Israeli propaganda channel.
True.
Already, most CNN personalities are very set without changing much. Jake Tapper, Dana Bash, two Jewish lifelong Zionists, Wolf Blitzer, another. But I mean, even look at the other people who aren't there, who aren't Jewish there. Van Jones, Scott Jennings. I mean, the list really goes on and on. These are basically the whole CNN lineup is extremely pro-Israel with very few exceptions.
True.
But they're obviously trying to fortify that in preparation of the Ellison's takeover. And that further proves the point that we're in a moment where Israel loyalists are buying up major media outlets, Hollywood studios, social media platforms like TikTok, which Larry Ellison also controls as part of a consortium of other pro-Israel Silicon Valley billionaires. At the same time, they're buying up and controlling all of these platforms and news outlets and entertainment outlets. They're also claiming that they're uniquely vulnerable and marginalized. And Dan Goldman, I think Dan Goldman is so unaccustomed to ever being told no for anything.
True.
I'm sure that's never happened in his life. This is the first time he's been told no, and he got told it by his voters in a very Jewish district, by Jewish voters, in favor of a Jewish Zionist who was just more critical of Israel than he was. he can't compute it and can't process it, and he can only explain it away by some malicious motive. Why else would he ever be rejected unless it was hatred of him for being Jewish? It can't possibly be about his substance or what he believes, because he's so noble, he's so elevated. But it's not only a defense of him, that then gets connected to this broader effort to demonize and discredit anyone criticizing Israel or questioning the U.S. support of relationship with Israel by calling them anti-Semites, and then in turn, even further empowering Israel supporters by acting as if we're in Jim Crow, but for Jewish people. It's laughable. It's laughable. You know, I lived in the U.S. I was born into a 100% Jewish family. I have a identifiable Jewish name. I grew up in a not at all a Jewish enclave, but in Broward County, where there's a lot of Jewish people who live there. It's a very I don't know what the percentage is now, but you know, it's where Debbie Wasserman Schultz gets elected, where Jared Moskowitz gets elected.
Right, like Glenn Greenwald, who's been like a long time critic of the Israeli regime and Zionism, is, as he's explaining here, himself Jewish and grew up in a very Jewish area of Miami. I think it's Miami or Florida, wherever, Broward County. I'm not a Floridian, so anyway, I gotta let Aggie out, you guys. Hold on, but I'm gonna keep playing this.
It's like the place where Claude Pepper came from, this like very long-standing radical pro-Israel member of Congress, a liberal from Miami Beach. Like pro-Israel politics is very strong in South Florida. That's where I grew up. But it's also very mixed. There are a lot of Black people. It's very ethnic, work-class neighborhoods. That's where I grew up. There was never one single time. And then I went to college in Washington, D.C., to law school in New York City, lived in New York City. Not one single time in my entire life, the 37 years when I lived in the United States, was I ever targeted with even anti-Semitic comments or insults, let alone assaults or attacks or anything else. And I have a lot of friends with whom I grew up, many of whom are Jewish, and they tell me the same thing. Never. If you look at the ADL report that tries to substantiate this claim that there's some explosion of anti-Semitic attack, the vast, vast majority of them are simply criticisms of Israel. Someone waves a banner saying "Free Palestine" or "From the River to the Sea," and that gets reported as anti-Semitic. Someone says AIPAC controls our politics, that gets reported as anti-Semitic. Vast majority of them are benign or at least protected speech events. But because it's all based on self-reporting and the ADL considers criticism of Israel or those kind of comments about AIPAC to be anti-Semitic, those get counted as anti-Semitic. They issue reports of these huge bar graphs showing an explosion of anti-Semitism and anti-Semitic attacks. This is a bullshit narrative. It's totally invented and fabricated. But there's a reason why we've been so fanatically pro-Israel in both parties for so long, because there's a huge number of people who have a lot of power and money very invested in that. It's not just Jews. There's evangelicals, the people in national security and military state. John Mearsheimer and Stephen Wald's 2007 book, The Israel Lobby, detailed this with great documentation and made clear it's not just Jews who are pro-Israel, but those other groups that I just mentioned that are stronger than ever, but obviously Jews as well. But they know they've lost support. They see the same polls we all see with collapsing support, and they're in panic mode. And the two ways they're trying to respond is, one, by censoring discourse or controlling it. And then the second is by creating this climate where everybody thinks now there's an anti-Semitism epidemic that we're all duty-bound to avoid and combat, which means refraining from criticizing Israel, discussing the influence of the pro-Israel lobby. The answer is no. I don't think this is going to succeed. I think it's actually feeding into anti-Semitism even more. I also think what feeds into anti-Semitism is the constant conflation of Israel and Jews. Like someone will say, oh, Israel is a violent and sociopathic country. And they'll say, look at what he just said about the Jewish state. So they purposely, through that use of language, immediately conflate criticizing Israel with attacking Jews.
Exactly.
And the more you conflate Israel and Jews, the more people are going to absorb that. And if they are angry with Israel, which they have every right to be because of what Israel does, because of how much our government pays fealty to it and supports it and finances it, they're going to equate it with Jews because that's what so many of these Dan Goldmans and ADL types are doing.
Yep.
But their real concern is not anti-Semitism, it's loyalty to Israel.
True. True. They don't care. They don't actually care about anti-Semitism. Yes, not only do people need to understand the difference, but you have to fight to be able to still have that conversation and talk about it, because there are so many Zionists and interest and powers that be that want to make it so that you can't even have that conversation. They're always trying to shut that conversation down. Because they have an interest in conflating the two. They have an interest in conflating the two. And so they continue to do this absurd conflation so that they can try to control the narrative and control people's speech and shut people down. For what? For what? For what? For criticizing Israel. That's what it's about. It's what it's about. It's what it's always been about. It's what it continues to be about. So, exactly. People need to understand the difference, but they also need to call out, like Glenn Greenwald just did, which was good. Call out the people that purposefully conflate it. The people that purposefully conflate it. I really want to know who that woman is. The one who got arrested in Florida. I think it's Florida because it looked like the guy's thing said Miami Beach, like the police uniform on the back. Thank you for the super chat, Comrade Cranky. I can't hate it. Is true. True. And now they're trying to embed Israeli technology into our government, into the NDAA, which is like the most insane fucking shit. Like, I can't even believe it. Well, that's also why they hate Glenn Greenwald, because they don't like that, like, he himself is Jewish, but he will call out, you know, Zionism and Zionists and their conflations between anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism. That, again, they make that conflation on purpose because they want to stop people from criticizing Israel. And Glenn Greenwald himself, being Jewish, calls that out for the bullshit that it is, and they hate that. LOL. So when Dana Nessel endorsed Haley Stevens, when Dana Nessel endorsed Haley Stevens, she said one of the reasons was because of the tropes. Girl, shut up. Shut up. And you want to talk about tropes? Remember, did everybody just move past the fact that Dana Nessel just lied about Rashida Tlaib? Oh, yeah, Sam Cedar did call it out to Ethan Klein's face, yes. We definitely need more of that. No, that's fucking crazy, though, that Dana Nessel is like, because of the tropes. It's like, weren't you the one that literally lied about Rashida Tlaib? She also tried to prosecute the protesters in Michigan because she's an Islamophobic racist. But like Glenn Greenwald was saying, she's an Islamophobic racist, but then she somehow turns that into her being a victim. She's a racist toward Palestinians. She's Islamophobic. She lied about Rashida Tlaib, but then she turned that into her somehow being the victim. If you are in Michigan or you know anyone who lives in Michigan, make sure that they know to vote for Abdul El-Sayed. Make sure that they know that. Because this is a statewide race, okay? There's going to be a lot of people that can vote. This is not a congressional race. Like, Senate is statewide. So, it's just so all bad faith. It's all so bad faith. It's all so bad faith. It's also bad faith. And the attacks on Abdul El-Sayed are so bad faith. The attacks on Abdul El-Sayed are all fucking bad faith. They're also bad faith. Like, and they're going to continue to lie about him and use bad faith attacks against him. They will continue to do that. They will continue to do that. Trust they will continue to do that. Well, and they've got a coordinated effort too that they're going to be using, a coordinated campaign with such hacks like Neera Tanden and Shannon Watts and other hacks that, you know, are paid a lot of money from undisclosed donors to run these operations. Because who's paying Neera Tanden anyway? No one ever asked that. Who's paying her? Who is paying her to do all these attacks? To be like drunk and endlessly tweeting about Abdul El-Sayed or any other Muslim or progressive that's running? It's crazy. It's crazy. So anyway, I guess I'll wrap it up. I guess I'll go. It's basically been 2 hours. I will miss you guys though. I'll miss you guys. I'll be back Thursday, what is not this week, but the following Thursday. So not this Thursday, the 9th. I'll be back Thursday, the 16th. I'll be back Thursday, the 16th. Thanks for joining. Yeah, it was fun. Well, because I realized I wasn't leaving until tomorrow. So I was like, yes, I gotta do a little last minute one. A little surprise one. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Please make sure if you're not already subscribed to the channel that you do. YouTube won't let me tell you where to find the full video of the woman getting arrested. Is there a full video? Is there a full video? Did you? If you find the full video, put it in Discord. Put it in Discord. Yay, Smelvin sleeps. Smelvin sleeps. Yeah, can you put it in Discord? I want to check, because if you found the full video, tell me when you put it in Discord, because I want to watch the whole video. I want to know what happens after she threatens the cop, because that is literally a felony. Amazing entitlement. Amazing entitlement. I would never, because I know what happens in this country if you threaten a cop. That's not a thing you would get like. I love you too, Zora. Thank you so much. And thank you again so much for the super chat and for the kind words. I'm waiting to, it's in the link tree. Yes. Everything is in my, somebody was asking about the Discord. It's in the link tree in my info page of my YouTube, along with all my other social media, except for I think Upscrolled is the only one not on there. But yes, if it's not letting you put it in YouTube, put it in the Discord because I want to see it. Yeah, it's all in the link tree. Because if you found the full video, I want to know what the reaction to that was, because that was insane. That was totally insane. Like, what do you mean you're threatening a cop? Next, like, epic levels of entitlement. Epic levels of entitlement. All right, well, I'm going to open the Discord so that if, in case it gets dropped in the general channel. I don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah, I was looking. All right, well, let me know. Let me know if you do. I'll be periodically checking the Discord to see if you do, because I think that that would be very funny. If there actually is the whole video so we can see what happened. I'll periodically check it. If you drop it in the general channel. Because why does it cut off there? Why does it cut off at the best part? Oh no, Doc, it didn't. It was Doc, but I last minute did one. Your Discord is not in your link tree? What? Yeah, it is. What do you mean? Yes, it is. Link tree. Let me check. I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, but Doc, I ended up doing a last minute one because I found out that my sister was not coming until tomorrow. Her flight got changed to pick me up. Browse. Well, I do have a lot of links in them. Or was that the last one? X, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Venmo, Patreon, Ko-Fi. Yeah, it is in the Discord. It's right above my Ko-Fi. It's right above my Ko-Fi. See if this works. I just put it in the StreamYard chat. See if that works. Yeah, we were trying to I wanted to see a video of this entitled Israeli woman who got arrested, which was pretty hilarious, but they cut it off right at the time that she threatens the cop. So I'm like, what happened? Did it work? Did anybody clink? Did anybody click on the link? Did it work? Wait a minute. Did I not add my... Wait, did I not add the photo? I thought I did. Oh, no, I didn't. I made even a little custom photo for it. I thought that I added it. I didn't. How sad. And I made it and it was so cute. No, I mean a custom photo for the live. I did a custom photo and I thought that I added it to the live stream, but I didn't. I just saw that when I was looking for the, like a thumbnail, I mean. I made a little cute one. Wonder if people think that that count though, if you're not just supposed to like use the website at all. All right, well, I just added it. I just updated it. a little late, but you know, better late than never. The link worked for me, but it didn't take me to the Discord. Wait, what? So where did it take you? What? What? Okay, let me try clicking on it from my channel. Because, yes, it's in my channel description. Bruh. Okay, if it didn't take you to the Discord, that's really weird. Okay, wait, it looks like they got in. Okay, well, the one's working in my information of my... It won't let me open it. It's saying this content isn't available right now. When this happens, it's usually because the owner only shared it with a small group of people or changed who can see it or it was deleted. Bummer. Bummer. All right, well, I guess thank you for trying. Bummer. All right. All right, I guess I'll wrap it up. Got to get ready for the rest of the night. And by that, I mean packing and shit for tomorrow. Hanging out with my husband. We'll probably go out. But the disco, but the Dow right now.
The Dow right now is over.
What gives?
Did you?
All right, everybody. I will miss you guys. I will miss you guys. If you're watching it, you know what you should do? You should screen record it. Because that's what I've done when I really wanted to do it, to like watch something. If you can see it, but we can't see it, screen record it. Screen record the whole thing and then put that in Discord. Anyway, I'm going to have to run on this. However, I am going to be checking the Discord because I want to see that video. I want to see that video. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining. I'll miss you guys next week. Thank you so much, everybody, for the well wishes and the, wishing me a happy anniversary. Thank you to everybody who gave me a super chat during this. Thank you to, wait, click the link. It works. Did you put it in there? No, it's still not working. It's saying the same thing. It's saying the same thing. Let me try one more thing. I'll try opening it outside of I'll try opening it in a different browser. Because sometime it do be the browser. No, it's saying it's not available. Bummer. Okay, well, if you can screen record it, it's saying that it's privated, or it might have been deleted, or it was set to like a small group. I don't know. It could be anything. I don't know if it's working on your end, but it's not working on my end. That's weird though. But anyway, thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody who gave me super chats. Shout out, as always, to all my members, Ko-Fi members, Twitch subscribers, everybody. I love you all. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'll miss you guys while I'm gone. Please make sure, if you're new and if you're seeing this from a different platform, that you like and subscribe to the channels. Shout out to all my members. Shout out to all my Twitch subscribers. Yes, you can support me by becoming a member on Ko-Fi or Patreon, or tipping me on Cash App or Venmo, or YouTube or Twitch. I love you all. Free Palestine, abolish ICE. I'll miss you, and I'll see you guys not this Thursday, but the following Thursday. And make sure you're following me on other platforms too, if in the event that I'm posting shorter form content. All right. Love you guys. Bye.